Oh, we're live.
Hello.
I think that's all we have to do, believe it or not.
This whole setup is quite
right. I did a little tester. We might have figured out our whole Drag Me live issues finally.
Yeah.
Somebody's here.
So clearly it's working.
It's working. That's awesome. But now but we still have to say this spiel about what a drag me is.
So here we are going live. We are doing JANICE'S live Drag Me. And if you didn't know, a Drag Me is a reading that we provide on our website, Party Trick Astrology. You can go to our website and go to partytrickastrology.com/shop to see all the readings that we provide. This one, however, is the most cheeky and least educational.
Oh, hi, Janice. Here. That's awesome. Okay, and normally it'll be down below, the link to purchase a reading, and if Janice is okay, then once I publish this, I'll also put her birth info down below, but with the new way that you can just stream easily on YouTube, I don't know how to edit the down bar until after it's done.
R.I.P. you now.
No, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Listen, we got some badges, so yeah, okay. Anyways, okay, so cool, we can put on your birth info on the bottom, right. I forget how much it lags, but look at us, only 1:30 in and we're about to start. This is
that's crazy.
Crazy.
So here we go.
Okay.
Janice. Where do we start? What's calling to you, Shaina?
I'm seeing what's calling to me. Do you have an interception?
Yes, she does. I'm trying to see. It seems to be a Virgo Pisces interception, which the past two people that we've dragged, or like
interesting,
a few people that we've had, have also had a Virgo Pisces interception.
So you have an intercepted Virgo sun in the 5th house. Let's take a let's take a little thinkster about that. Okay, so this is what Virgos. So I would have to say that Virgos are kind of like the least, not that they're disliked, but they're kind of the least talked about sign.
Yeah, they are somewhat disliked.
I don't think it's just I think they just are thought of as boring. But this is a drag me.
Right.
So,
I think I don't agree with that. They're more
but
disliked than liked.
Yeah.
And so the people who don't dislike them don't really think much about them.
Yes.
I guess
that's what it is. It's the difference between Gemini, people dwell on the fact that they don't like them. Virgos, you forget about.
Yeah.
But this is what Virgos have because they don't really have much. That whenever a meme account or something is doing a Virgo thing and it's a good meme, for one of the rare chances, it'll be it's Virgo season, baby. All you guys have is Beyonce.
Yeah,
that's all you have.
That's the only
think about that's
who else?
I know there are other Virgos, of course. There are other Virgos people yes, but as far as a showy Virgo,
there's no one really to redeem.
Leo, go down.
So many people.
Even the others earth signs, Taurus and Capricorn. You have people. Virgo, all you have is Beyonce, and you live with that. You're see, we're so extra, like Beyonce. That's what Virgos love to say they are. They're we're extra in a good way. And it's no, you're extra in a bad way. Especially you, because you've got it in the 5th house, which is the Leo house. So you probably want to be like those Leo celebrities, maybe a little bit.
But then again,
it's intercepted.
So you're also saying that Beyonce has a Scorpio moon like you.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and drag Scorpio moon. Because I've been the Scorpio energy has just been really challenging me lately. And I'm fuck you guys. You are so sensitive. It's honestly irritating me more than how irritated Shaina is in the Cancer Moon video. It's irritating me so much because you're so sensitive and at the same time,
you're heartless.
Psychological. And just everything is so important. Everything is so fucking important to you guys. And I'm let it go. Just relax. Breathe. Especially a Virgo with a Scorpio. Let it go. Just relax. It's so just hard to put up with a person who is always well, you did this and it matters, and you did that.
I was thinking about that the other day. It's don't think I could ever like be too close to somebody with so much Scorpio energy, because I do things to offend people all the time without realizing it, like all the fucking time. And if somebody would dwell on that, and we would never get past the beginning. You know what I mean? I was really that sensitive to everything that I do. Like, my God, especially like a Virgo with a Scorpio moon would like pick apart and psychoanalyze every little thing you do. And it's just like, leave me alone. I'm trying my best. And you're like, no, you're not. No.
Especially because your Virgo moon is intercepted. Virgo sun is intercepted. So Virgo has a reputation of being super nitpicky because they're insecure and just like projecting all their insecurities onto the other person. But you're even less self-aware because you're like, who am I? I just know that I hate myself.
Yeah, so you nitpick even more than most people, because even the things you maybe like in yourself, you don't know that they're in yourself, so you'll pick them apart in other people. Like, it's just like everything, good or bad about you, you're gonna, it just in the world, which is just everything, period. You're gonna find and pick apart with everyone. Like, I feel like everybody has those things, like they're weird little things. They're like, I don't know why, but I hate it when someone does this. I don't know why it's unjustified. You're kind of like that with everything. You're like, I don't know, I just hate it why they do this and 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 this. And all this bothers me. And it's all just as important as some dumb little thing, this big thing. And it's like these.
Yeah, and especially, so you also have your sun intercepted in the 5th house. And a sun in the 5th house is just like low-key competitive.
Yeah.
You know? So you're always like comparing yourself to other people and like competing and everything, but then you're also like
very defensive about your ego, but the ego that you don't have.
Yeah, so you're like insecure and competitive at the same time.
Yeah,
and so no one can be like, and like it's a lose situation.
Yeah,
for every single person. They can't be this because then they'll be to that, and they can't be this because then it's competing with you on that. Yeah. And so like
let's say you are really attracted to someone who's funny, okay, and you're like, oh, but like then you get somebody who's funny and you're like, I don't like that they're funnier than me. Is what you're saying. But then if you get something that's not funny, you're like, you're funnier than them, you're not good enough for me. So it's like they constantly probably want like have to be like crack a joke here, but then, you know, not this time. And then, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like somebody would have to like be strategic to be with you because you're so strategic. You know?
You need someone who's kind of a loser, but also like kind of has potential.
And they have to be pretty, right? No. Your Venus is in Leo. So you really want somebody, you think you own the world when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, you think that you're the shit, even though you have, God, you're very confusing because you have like no ego, but you think you're the shit.
Yeah. And you're not competitive because of your Mars placement, but yet you are competitive.
You just like want everything because Mars.
You just want to win everything.
Yeah, you just want to win everything easily
without having to fight. Yeah,
you don't want to fight for it. You just like want to be the best and not have to really actively compete with people. But also you've got like extra Virgo energy with your Scorpio moon in the 6th house. Which you must just be like so demanding in relationships and so nitpicky to be with because your routine is everything. So like everyone has to like answer to your beck and call and like everything is your way or the highway. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. Especially, yeah. Now you're really attracted to Scorpionic, Plutonian type of people. Yes. And they're super intense and you're not like crazy intense. Yeah. But like you do have some kind of specifics.
You're probably super submissive. Just like you want someone who's going to eat your soul. Yeah. And you can just like be completely submissive and just like,
That's so true. But then you can take care of.
Yeah. You've also got like a lot of feminine energy with your Taurus rising.
Yeah. What's your rising is moon opposite ascendant, Pluto opposite ascendant. I feel like you want more power than you have, like than you carry. You know what I mean? Like you're not somebody who demands power. You're not somebody who gets it a lot. Not that you don't get it, but you just want it all the time. And you refuse to say when you're wrong. You just want power for the sake of power. And you want to be this powerful person. But like what people see is somebody who's just like chilling, you know,
who's actually like people can sniff out your insecurities. I feel like
you
like,
put them on display almost.
Yeah, so you probably attract scorpionic people because they're like, oh man, she's insecure and so usable.
Yeah,
like, you're so usable.
They see all
you
your
can be
holes.
so submissive easily.
What? I was thinking sounds so fun. Like personality holes, like what you're missing. Like I was thinking because like your sun is intercepted, so it's literally kind of like that's a hole in your personality that they can infiltrate. Like they can get to your ego. Scorpios do love me. Do they love you or do they love using you? And do you love them because they use you? And then you feel important because you feel used. What?
No, I don't hate Scorpios. I just challenge.
It was so like
yeah, no, dude, sure, Scorpios love you, but that's a double-edged sword. Like to be loved by a Scorpio is to have your entire like personality be eaten alive.
Yeah.
To have like
you don't own it anymore. And that's so easy for you to not own your personality because you have an intercepted sun. So they can just so easily take that shit.
Yeah, also your Venus is in Leo, which squares Scorpio. So
and your Venus squares your Pluto. It's opposite your Saturn.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Opposite your Saturn squares your Pluto. Yeah, you've got a lot of like fixed energy that's not very happy altogether.
Yeah, no, it's really not. Like, okay, so Venus and Leo in the 5th house, like, my God, you just want to be told
it's in
you're
the 6th house. Oh, no, it's in the 5th house. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Like, my God, you just want to be told you're pretty. Like, what we said about the Leo Venus video, it's like you're that shallow. Do you know what I mean? Because we were kind of talking about it, and it's like a pure Venus and Leo.
Yeah.
But like aspects, house placements can influence something, and every Venus and Leo will want a little bit of praise and affection. Yeah. Absolutely. But you didn't need it. Like that's how you get your confidence is by people telling you that you're pretty and that you like light up your friend's world or whatever. And your relationships are so intense because of that Scorpio shit, and then it's like squaring your Venus, that it's just like you're probably somebody who has these like intense up and down relationships with people, and it like goes through all this stuff, and then you're just kind of come out and you're like, I'm the victim of it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? You're like, it's like, I don't do it. Like I'm not trying to. Whoops. Like, and it's like you got yourself into this mess, Janice. My God,
Janice, come on. You're also someone I feel like who, because you've got this 5th house energy, and your Mercury is in Libra, and your 2nd house is ruled by Gemini. You just like need to seem smart, like regardless of if you are or not. Like a big priority in your life is just seeming smart. You know, you've got to like,
and pretending that you know everything.
Yeah,
you don't,
and using big words for the sake of it. You may not know their meanings, but you are going to use just big words.
We talk a lot.
And the thing is, you don't necessarily respect people's intelligence for the fact that you will use big words without knowing their meaning, and not expect anyone to know the meaning or to call you on it or to be smart enough to realize that you're bullshitting.
That's so funny. That's so true. Oh God. Yeah. I feel like maybe your parents wanted you to do something in the intellectual category. And so, but like, it's never been for you. But you like, I don't know, I may be making that up, but that seems like an insecurity to you. Because like Mercury and Libra in the 6th house, don't you kind of get that? Like Mercury and Libra is intellectual, but it's not like, it kind of upplays stuff. And it just, it's just diplomatic, but that doesn't mean like, smart? I don't know. And then in the 6th house, like it should make you a smart person, and like yeah, you can organize your thoughts or something. But I find people with Mercury in the 6th house, like I have this too. Like no, like we are smart in certain categories. Like I can remember birth charts. I can remember lines because that's like memorization. but like I don't understand concepts, and I feel like you're that kind of person too. Of like I don't understand. If somebody would be like, explain gravity, I'd be like, I can explain it from like what I've heard, but do I understand how it makes sense? No.
But also, it's just like that Mercury in Libra. God, I can really drag Mercury in Libra. It's just all about like portraying.
That's what
this,
I mean.
Like, yeah.
I don't pretend to know.
Yeah,
it.
she doesn't.
But you do. That's because you'll lie and pretend like you know this stuff.
Yeah, you're just like a liar by omission. Mercury in Libra just sweeps this shit under the rug and puts on like the prettiest version of everything, and like won't ever give you a fucking straight answer.
Yeah,
you'll ask a question like, oh, why is
what do you want to eat?
Or yeah, they'll never give you a straight answer on that. But it's even more like manipulative sometimes with your Scorpio stuff. Like, oh, why do you have like white rollerblades? Is it because they were your parents, or did you buy them new? And they'll just be like, yeah. You're like, which one? No, yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter. Just like,
yeah, stuff like that.
They won't give you a straight answer for things.
Yeah, and you're probably always trying to seem like you're hiding something.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably like think you're a really good liar. You think you are. Mercury and Libra likes to think they're good at hiding things.
Because they just ignore the bad shit.
Yeah, but they're not. And you as a Scorpio moon wants to be secretive and stuff. But like, I don't know. I just feel like your Mercury and Libra is so obvious. Like, I just think they're such bad liars. I don't know. Like, anybody can fool me, obviously, but I just... Oh, where did the shot? Oh, that was yours. Stop. Can we take them away? Sorry, someone's trying to use her on this channel. Okay. Just because I did it twice. Okay. And also, if there's ever anything that you want us to drag specifically, Janice, that we're not talking about, we can. You have a lot. Well, you have 3 retrograde planets. And let's see. Saturn, it's on like just the exact cusp of your 10th house, right? Technically, it's in your 11th house, but like barely.
Yeah.
What's draggable here? Mars in Libra in the 6th.
Yeah, that's just like you're super submissive, remember?
Yeah. But what are the aspects of it? I feel like you're somebody, like anybody with Scorpio placements of our year, unless their Mars is in like the 8th house.
You're not our year.
I'm saying that because a lot of us have Mars in Libra. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. So the people with like Scorpio stuff, but Mars and Libra, they love being fake sexual, but they're always the virgins. Yeah. And it's always so funny. So maybe that's you. You're like, yeah, I love my sexuality. I own it. But in reality, you're kind of like, it's all.
Yeah, you're definitely not aggressive at all. You're very much in your head. You probably like really need a mental connection or just like some type of emotional connection. Your Venus sextiles your Mars. So there's that as well. It's like hard for you to separate, or it's not like necessarily hard for you, but you just rather not have a separation between sex and relationships. So you might be like a fake slut, you know? Like, yes. I'm a slut, but not really.
Not really. Like, yeah, hoe never gets cold, but you're like out there freezing.
Yeah.
You know? That's how I knew it wasn't a hoe, guys. I'm always cold. No. Have you seen that? It was like a Cardi B's like original, like, old. Oh, she's like in like almost nothing. She's like, oh, never gets cold. Anyways, okay. Let's see. You just have, you've got a lot of shit going on in the 6th house. And we've talked quite a bit about it. But 6th house stelliums, like, you don't always have to leave a note. Okay? You don't. Sometimes you just pop by somewhere. Yeah. And just trust that person is coming back. They don't need to leave a note. They don't need to tell you the address of where they're going. You don't need to give them directions. They have maps. Like, sometimes people are running late.
Yeah. Doesn't mean they died. Doesn't mean that the rapture even took them.
Yeah.
Also, to go back to your sexuality, your Lilith is in the 12th house. So that just like further speaks to you not really being able to access your sexuality.
Oh, different. Okay.
Yeah. Your mean Lilith is in Aries in the 12th house. So you've got like a very strange thing going on with your sexuality. I can like, you're kind of like, I'm innocent, but I'm really sexual. I'm easily manipulated, but I like manipulate people. I own my sexuality, and I know that I'm sexual, but also I can be made to do whatever the other person wants. Like,
I don't know. I also feel like more than anything, it's just like an unhealthy relationship. It's with your sexuality, but like you want nothing more than it to be.
Yeah.
You know?
What is going on in your 8th house? Do you have any 8th house stuff?
No, just Sagittarius. I don't think anything bad happened. I just think it's an uncomfortability.
Mm-hmm. Your North Node is in the 7th house. So everyone hates their North Node. So it's pretty easy to drag because it always puts you out of your comfort zone. So I don't know. You've got a lot of like stuff that's just pointing to like sex and relationships and Scorpios in your chart. And you have your North Node in the 7th house, which is ruled by Scorpio, which
Libra.
7th house, which is ruled by
no. The 7th house is not ruled by Scorpio.
Her 7th house is ruled by Scorpio.
Oh, okay.
Your 7th house is ruled by Scorpio. And you've got your North Node in Sagittarius in there. So it's kind of weird. You like need to like branch out as a North Node in Sagittarius. Like you're very comfortable with like your immediate surroundings, but you're like being made to branch out and learn more, which is kind of like funny because you're like really settled into like, I'm smart. I know everything.
I don't need to learn. I don't need to expand my mind. I'm just going to gossip about Susie around the corner to little Beth. And it's not gossiping. I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah. And if I use candid in the wrong way, it's like, it's totally fine because like nobody knows what candid means. So it can mean whatever I want it to mean, however I use it in a sentence.
Yeah, I just need to sound smart.
Yeah. But in reality, you need to expand your mind. You need to like get out there and travel the world. You also need to get married, basically. You need to like
or find some sort of partnership.
Yeah.
Be more because you're just kind of like, I'm me. Fuck everyone else. But you kind of have to
I'm me, but who am I?
Yeah.
You got a lot of contradictions, man.
A lot of charts.
Yeah, a lot of charts do. We always get comments of like, I have this and this and this and this.
And it's
talk about a crazy chart. Like, boy, I've seen crazy charts in my day.
Back in my day.
I've done seen some Pisces 12th house, all the 8th house Scorpio shit, and you know what? Nothing has shook me more since. Yeah.
Saturn in the 11th house. Okay, so this is probably what causes your North Node in the 7th. You don't like it there because you're like, I have to learn people. I don't know people. And just because your community, you're like, fuck that. You know, new causes, fuck that. Or you don't have to get into causes, but like, it's just like you don't know how to get along with people. And coming from me, I don't know either. But that's what the world's trying to teach you. And you're like, no, I'm just going to be myself and independent. I'm going to do everything myself. But reality is all you yearn for is a deep connection with someone. And all you want is for them to tell you you're pretty.
Satisfied. Yeah, all you want is for people to tell you you're pretty.
What's funny is you probably pose as like, I'm a Scorpio moon. I just want like deep relationships with people. But you're a Venus and Leo, so you're like, I just want to be told.
Yeah, what you know is that you want people to like eat your soul, but you also like just want to be loved for exactly who you are. Which you won't. It's hard. You won't be with the Scorpio. Sorry, this is just a drag on Scorpio. Sorry,
I'm a fan. I feel like they get paved by, right? Geminis get shit on all the fucking time. We get it, okay? They have flaws. Scorpios, they're so cool. They have flaws, guys.
Major flaws.
And stop looking over that shit. Drag all signs equally.
Yeah. Drag all signs equally. Hate all the sides the same amount.
Yeah. Fairness. Mars and Libra. Right?
Yeah. Let's look at your home life. So you've got Cancer in the 4th house. And then you've got like this your moon in your fall, and you've got Saturn retrograde. So your home is like
here's what I think about your home. It was typical.
Yeah, typical. You think that it's special because you
But
were
it's
like
not.
traumatized by it, but it's pretty typical.
Think about it. Cancer 4th house. Okay, so you had a home.
Yeah.
There's some sort
There
of
was like
nurturing.
emotional ups and downs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, your mom, some emotional trauma. Your dad wasn't really there.
And you think that's special,
But
but it's not. It's just a Lifetime movie, man. It's a classic Lifetime movie.
I majored in psychology to understand people more.
Well, you're a Scorpio moon and Virgo, so you're all like analyzing.
No, of course. That's what I saw when I first saw your thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I should be some kind of analyzing of people person.
Plus,
Gemini,
you're
the second
midheaven.
house, you want to talk to people.
Yeah, you wanna
about
talk.
earning your money.
Midheaven and Capricorn, you need to like make that coin.
Money. Yes. No real way to drag Uranus and Neptune in the 9th.
Yeah,
but I will say Uranus retrograde just gives you more insecurity towards like being a person that is you, being your own individual person, which just adds to your like intercepted Virgo sign. I feel like you think you're like, if somebody be like, who are you? You'd be like, I'm nice. I'm really you'd be like, if you just sell yourself, you'd be like, I'm always on time.
I'm organized.
I'm gonna, I'll bring a bottle of wine to the function.
You sound like in your day-to-day interactions, you sound like someone who's like applying for a job.
Yeah,
because that's how I talk when I'm applying to a job. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm organized. I'm always on time.
But that's what you see is like, and not just in, because like in job situation, I'm like, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
But no, that's how you see yourself as a person. Those are your strong suits.
You're like, on time.
And you don't let people not know that. And you're like, I'll always be there. I'm very dependable. Like that Taurus rising too, especially. And you're like, but it's just like everybody's like, okay, but like, what's your personality? Like, who
I'm
are
also
you?
the best. I'm Venus and Leo,
and you're like, I don't need to have a personality. I should just be praised.
Yeah. But also, you're like, dude, I don't even know where to begin. I'm so deep.
Yeah,
I've been through so much.
Yeah,
like you just wouldn't understand.
Mm-hmm. Little do you know what's going on in this mind.
Yeah, no, it's just like
Neptune retrograde. You're like,
I'm just like, dude, it's like crazy up in here. You just like you wouldn't understand. I'm just so different and tortured.
You're cringing. Each person sees a different one. What was that about? What did we talk about? I don't know. Sorry, it takes some time.
Yeah, it lags, and then we forget what we said.
Yeah, I block it out when it comes out of my mouth. Yeah, you just love your daily routine like no other. Like honestly, so much sticks out, and it has to be balanced and equal and perfect.
Nothing can change, probably.
No, well, it is immutable. Virgo is immutable.
Yeah, but you got a fixed ascendant.
That's true. You've looked the same.
You're also just like
so
very attached to your identity. You're like, I do this, this, and this, and this, and this is what makes me who I am.
Yeah, that's what you think your identity is. That's what I was trying to get to earlier.
Yeah.
That's who you identify with, is just like a neat person. Like neat person. And like this is who I am because this is what I do every day. Well, what does that mean, having coffee at 5 a.m.? How does that make you who you are?
It's just like,
I'm
always on time.
That's who I am.
Oh, you said personality. Everyone sees a different personality.
Interesting. That could be, honestly, I find when you've like a personal planet opposite your ascendant.
Yeah.
It kind of like that makes you choose who you show. Yeah. So you have your moon opposite ascendant. So I definitely see that with people with moon opposite ascendant, because you're like, do I decide to show them this side of me or that side of me? So that's probably why.
Yeah. For people who are commenting their birth chart information, we're dragging Janice.
Yes, because she bought a drag me at partyforastrology.com/shop. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I squared this. I talked about like Venus and Leo square Pluto a bit. They see you different because you're not open. That's what I mean. Like it just depends.
Because you're crazy too. You're the kind of person where you get into a relationship and you're like, I'm clean and always on time and I'm just like the best. And then you're crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy, girl.
Yeah.
You throw shit at people's TVs.
Yeah.
You break them. You break their necks. You break.
And then you're like, I'm calling the cops on you. And then you're like, all my people that I've been in a relationship are crazy. They're the crazy one. I don't know why I keep on choosing crazy people. Newsflash, if you keep on choosing crazy people over and over again,
you're crazy.
Okay, if there's one relationship and you go, that was crazy, I chose a crazy person, you chose a crazy person. But if you keep choosing them, it's you. It's you.
You're crazy. And people also bring out your crazy even more. Because Scorpio is in your 7th house. Your Venus is in Leo. Square your fucking Pluto.
Opposite your Saturn.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Why does this keep doing this?
I don't know, but it's fine.
I mean, I tell them what they think I'm being cute when you tell them that you're crazy. Little do they know.
Oh my gosh, you are one of those people that would have like a Cupid psycho.
Yeah, you are Cupid psycho. That's who you are. And you're like, okay, I'm Cupid psycho. Attaching that to my identity.
Yeah.
And will not change.
Yeah, so now you're like, oh my god, I am that way? Oh my god, somebody told me I am. Why do I want to be that way?
Oh my god, you're the kind of person who you like asking people how old they think you are, and then you get really attached to the number they give you. So if, you know, like, you're like, how old do you think I am? Oh, you look 23. Then you go around telling everyone, like, yeah, people usually think that I'm just 23. Yeah. Everyone always pegs me as like
so
23.
then you walk around as though you're that age too.
Yeah.
Because you're like, this is what people see.
Even if someone's like, you kind of act like you're 16. You're not close to either of these ages as far as my math right now can do.
Well, 1993, like, aren't you close? Aren't you?
You're like 27. You're a Virgo, so you're 26, about to turn 27. No, opposite.
No,
you're 25, about to turn 27.
Aren't you about to turn 25?
You're 24, about to turn 25. Yeah. Math is not my strong suit. So if people are like, you kind of act like you're 16, you kind of like act like a teenager. Oh, well, usually people just tell me that I act 23. They peg me as 23.
Oh my gosh, you're somebody that like, but that's the thing is like, you only hold on to it if people are telling you that you look older.
Yeah.
You know, you got told once when you were young that you look older than you are, because Scorpios tend to, at least once in their life. And you go, oh, I'm older. I'm more mature. I'm more mature than everyone. So Scorpios think that they're like the most mature sign, but I'm like, you are where you're number 8. Yeah. You're mature, but like they pull themselves as though Pisces is like, you know, they're more evolved than Pisces, right? Yeah. Which Pisces is as evolved as Pisces. Yeah. Everyone told me I look older than my sister, and you love it too. You're like, yeah, and I'm also like mentally older. I'm smarter. Let me use these a big word.
I'm just like so effervescent, you know? People just always say that I'm super effervescent.
And they're like, oh, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, my favorite color is chartreuse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's been your time, but do you have anything else that you would like to add or for us to say?
Yeah, any comments? What were we
comments, questions, philosophies on life?
Got a lot of those, and you think that they're top shit on life, but newsflash, you stole them from someone else.
Yeah, sorry to break you down being an intercepted Virgo sun.
You paid, like, she wanted this. Like,
okay, well, thank you so much, and thanks for being, because we scheduled it super last minute, so thanks for being super flexible and all that stuff.
You were actually next in line.
You were actually next
convenient.
in line.
So if you weren't doing it today, we would have contacted you anyway. So it was awesome that you were able to, because you were next. Yeah. So we're gonna be back here in like a half an hour for another one.
Yeah. So stay tuned. And you said, "Oh, I heard all that." So thanks for being a good sport.
Yeah,
also. Thanks for being a good sport for this drag me. And yeah. What?
Oh, that makes sense. Like Scorpios peak when they're in their teens. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.